welcome. My name is Kari. This is Tiger Lily Designs. Welcome to day 12 of the 12 days of Stitchmas. Yay! Are you excited? I'm excited. I'm not excited that we're going to end, but I'm excited for the jam-packed episode we have today. Lots of goodness. Now, if you're watching this on a playlist and you're like, hold on, wait, I went from day 10 to 12. Don't fret. You didn't miss anything. You don't need to go back. Day 11 didn't happen. So today we have a combo show. Even more exciting, right? So 11 just got away from me Sunday in the middle of December. My daughter coming home from college. It was a lot and I just couldn't squeeze a video in. But don't worry, I've got everything that was going to be in day 11 here in day 12. So it's jam-packed full. So remember, first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab our crossword puzzle and make sure we're filling it in. I've got 2 words for you today to make sure that you are entered into the grand prize. Now, as a review, remember, every day during this 12 days of Stitchmas, I have been adding a prize to the grand prize bucket. 2 different buckets. One is a stitching bucket, a cross stitch bucket. I don't know why it's called a bucket. It's not a bucket. It's going to come in some fabulous little doodah thing. But the collaboration of at least 12 items in the cross-stitching grand prize, as well as a knitting, crocheting, fiber arts grand prize. So all the things that go with that. So there's 2 different grand prizes. You want to make sure that you get your crossword puzzle filled in so you can enter to win. Now, let's just review because we're kind of at the end. We don't want to make sure that you get everything done. So a little checklist. Oh, good. My thing's not upside down. A little checklist. Make sure you've got all your things covered. Remember, there's a word of the day every day during the 12 days. As I said, there was no 11. So today I'm going to give you day 11 and day 12's word. Let me give it to you before I forget. Okay, so day 11's word is believe. Like, I believe in Santa. Believe. And day 12, the most important word to me when it comes to the holidays is family. So the word of the day for day 12 is family. So you're going to enter in those 2 words into the crossword puzzle to enter into your grand prize. Now, once you get your puzzle complete and filled out and ready to go, all you're going to do down below, it tells you what to do, but let's just review. You're going to email. So take a picture with your phone, scan it with your computer, however you get her done. You're going to take a picture and email it to me. Once you email it to me, I will enter in your email into a spreadsheet of randomness, and then we're going to pull the random number that corresponds with that, and then there's going to be 2 winners. Now, when you email it to me, tell me whether you want the stitching or the knitting or both. Maybe you don't knit, but your mom does, or your sister does, or your aunt does. So you're welcome to enter into both. I just want to make sure that the winner of said prize actually does that art. So it's a little confusing since we've got cross stitching and knitting / crocheting, yarn, fiber arts. But I want to make sure that you win what you want to win. So that's all the things. Now, if you have any questions and I kind of flubbed anything up, made something confusing, always reach out to me on DM. You can put a comment down below. It's really hard right now with all these 12 videos. I'm getting lots and lots of comments, and there's not enough hours in the day for me to do anything but heart them right now. So I appreciate them and I love the comments. Obviously, you need the comments to enter into the daily prize. Now let's just review that for a second. So remember the daily prizes. There's daily prizes all 1 through 12. Skipping 11. And to enter into the daily prize, you want to make sure that you put the word of the day in your comment, because I'm using the random YouTube comment picker. So it searches for that word, and if your word is in that comment, you're entered, and then it pulls a number. So you're going to put your word in the comment. Don't add apostrophes, don't add an S, don't add anything to it. It's going to look for just that word. And you want to make sure that you thumbs up that video, as well as you're a subscriber. I will be checking to make sure that you're actually subscribed to the channel to be a winner. And I think that's it. I would love for you to subscribe to the channel. Anyway, we're having so much fun here in 12 Days of Stitchmas 2023. I have lots of things planned. I can't wait. I have been making my lists and checking them twice, and it doesn't even have anything to do with Santa. But I am making lots of lists. Basically, it's just fun of 2023 of what's going to come around the pike with Tiger Lily. Lots of things. I hope you're excited. Lots of cross-stitching, finishes, and Tiger Lily twists as always. I have a Tiger Lily twist finish This isn't a Vlogmas floss tube video, so I can't share it with you because I'm trying to stay, you know, focused on what's what. But I think I'm going to have to throw in a floss tube this Friday because this finish is just too good. It's something that I started and I finished just yesterday, so you can get it done in a day, and I love it so much. But it's got a Tiger Lily twist as always. I love to switch the colors and the fabrics and all the things, give my own little spin on things. So Tiger Lily twists, lots of them coming in 2023. Of course, I've got my birthday sal coming in January because I love a good, huge, funky floral sal. If you don't know, Miss Mary was my January 2022, and she is now hanging. I will link the video somewhere right here. You can go and see my finished Miss Mary. Love her so much. She is on the foundation piece on my funky floral sal wall/room. I've decided my dining room is now going to be the funky floral world. Yay. Are you excited? So right now we have the one piece and then more to come. So lots of things coming with sals. Of course, Tiger Lily and the Project Keepers. Lots of new things coming. Have you been hearing about my sneak peek regarding the Keeper Club? It's coming. I'm going to announce the details for the Keeper Club hopefully within the week as well. And of course, the normal 15th updates with the keepers, and we're going to do some quilting, some quilt-alongs. I've got some friends who are nervous of the machines, kind of scared. They're just using them to finish their cross-stitch pillows, maybe, but we're going to break out and we're going to make it. We're going to start small, table runners. We're going to do lots of things with quilting because that's fun. And then, of course, follow along with my knitting adventure because I went down that rabbit hole. And, oh, by the way, needlepoint is also coming in. So Tiger Lily is now all the things that are related to fiber arts and the needlepoint and the knitting and the quilting and the cross stitching and all of the things. I'm so excited. Okay. I think that's all the admin. I don't even know why I did a little like teaser on what's coming in 2023, but I just want to make sure you subscribe, hit the bell so you know when I'm coming, and that's it. But without further ado, we're going to dig right into the last day of Stitchmas. I'm sad, kind of. But I'm also excited because that means we had so much fun. I hope you did. So I've been saving this for the finale because what's great, it was worthy of the finale. So if you know, this was my first, can you guess where I'm going, friends? This was my first Tiger Lily original cross stitch pattern chart. It is a freebie chart available on my website. The link is down in the description box below if you haven't grabbed it and stitched it. It is a super quick stitch. Yes, it is full coverage, but it's on 14 count Aida, and so it stitches up real quick. It's only 30 by 60, so it is totally manageable, and it is finished on a gorgeous 141 Design Company sled that I just painted red. Got that, you know, $2 bottle of acrylic paint from my box store. Painted one coat and it took it and it's all it needed. Added some bows and a Hobby Lobby button and then some brig and my gingham stuff. So if you want links to all of these accoutrements, everything is in the description box. So this was number 1. And earlier here in Stitchmas, I shared with you number 2. The leading lady joined her man, Mrs. Claus and Santa Claus. So can you guess what the finale's going to have today, friends? I know. Are you ready? Now, I'll be honest, I've got about 6 of them floating around in my head. And if you saw in my Instagram, I showed you, like, I always sketch them out first. That was super fun. And then I put them in the cross-stitching software, charting software. I'm still new to this. I'm playing. I'm having fun. And so I sketch it, and then I chart it, and then I stitch it, and then I tweak it a little bit if I need to while I'm stitching the chart. But so I have like 3 or 4 Christmas things in my mind already. So there might be more. I'm not promising. I promised 3 back when I released Jolly Santa Claus. So we're going to stick with 3, but don't hold me to it. Yay! Okay, so without further ado, Jolly Snowman. Jolly Snowman joins his friends at the North Pole with Santa and Mrs. Claus. So again, he is a 30 by 60, just like the others. Now it's charted, as always. Remember, I mentioned this is a free Tiger. So here it is. It's free and on the designer, so I can show it if I want to. but you will see that the white doesn't have a symbol on it, on the chart. Well, it's pretty self-explanatory. So you have your choice. The good news is you can make a choice as a stitcher of said pattern. You can decide whether you want to stitch that white or whether you want to stitch on white and leave that as negative space, part of the pattern. Totally up to you. I chose to stitch the white because the other two are full coverage. I stitched Santa's beard, which was white. So, you know, I did the full coverage. Filled in all the other things, and I went from there. But again, totally up to you. I finished it the exact same way on one of Chantel's gorgeous sleds. Same bow, different button. Concept's the same though. They're all three ready to go. So there is my trio of jolly friends for 2022. I hope you love him. I'm a sucker for his Karen nose. Now, of course, my mama said, well, where's his pipe? We don't do pipes. We don't do smoking here. It's 2022. But I love it. I love it so much. So this is Jolly Snowman, and he's also a freebie. So all three of my cross-stitching tag ornaments were freebies available on my website. I would love for you to go download them, get them, stitch them. If you stitch them, and you post on Instagram, please tag me at tiger.lily.designs on Instagram or hashtag tigerlilydesigns. Both will do. There's also a jolly, and I don't remember. We'll see if my video editing skills will work. And I'll put a little text right here what the tag is. There was a hashtag, and it has escaped me right now, but I would love to see him stitched and out in the world and seen. So I hope you're excited for Jolly Snowman to complete the trio of jolly friends for 2020. We've got two featured businesses today, our last but not least businesses, and I'm excited to share them with you. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and cut away to this website. This website is called Twice Sheared Sheep. Let me go ahead and cut away and show you her website. Today's featured small business is Twice Sheared Sheep. This is a small business created by Dawn, and she has been knitting her entire life and came up with this business as ways of finding knitting tools to help you stress less and knit more. It is some fun stuff. Now, I found her when I was struggling with counting rows, a row counter, rather than having one of those dials at the bottom of my needles, which I couldn't handle, or the app on my phone. I found one of her gadgets and I knew I had to share with her. So here is her Instagram page, and she's got lots of things showing you, lots of coupons, lots of fun, lots of tutorials if you want to learn how to knit. But let's go ahead and show you the product I'm talking about. So Twice Sheared Sheep on Instagram if you want to give her a follow. And you pop on over to her website, which is a full website, stress less, knit more. So she's got lots of things to choose from. When you dig into her shop, you have yarn, storage tins, needles, notions, project bags. But like I said, the row counters are what brought me here, and I need to show them to you. So her original chain row counter was what I thought was ingenious, and now, anytime I have to work on a pattern where I need to count rows as well as decreases, this is it. And she makes it fun. She's got a little, you can choose what's on the bottom of your row counter because, of course, it's a little more fun when there's something to it. But let's go ahead and dig in and show you how one of them works. So you don't need to pick up a pen and use a Harsmack. You don't have to have the clicker, no Post-it, no phone, all the things. Does she show? Okay, here we go. I was going to say, does she show us? So she does. So how to use your row counter. You place the counter on the needles between two stitches like any other stitch marker. You knit as normal. When you knit your way back to the counter and need to slide it, you move the counter up. So it's got circles going from 1 to 10, and so you slide it up you use the circles as stitch markers sliding up the rows. And then you use the attached melody clip to count the 10 more rows. So if you're on row 3, pattern 2, you mark your 10s by using the melody clip up and down the slider. So it gives you the option of moving up and down. It's ingenious. I love it. So it comes in different sizes. You can choose, obviously, depending on the size, because it slides on like a knit marker or a stitch marker. So you want to make sure you choose the right circle, the right fitting to go on your hook, but you also don't want it to be too big. So she's got 4 different sizes: small, medium, large, and extra large, depending on what knitting needle size you are using. So those are her row counters, which are I just had to share with you. She also has cute little storage tins, because everything's more fun when you can store it in a cute little tin. So those are your stitch markers. She's got solid markers, stitch markers, removable markers, clip style, all the things. Basically, if it's a tool you need for knitting, you can get it here from Dawn at Twice Sheared Sheep. So let me show you some of the things she sent us that we're going to be putting in the giveaways. Weren't there some fantastic, unique products over there? I was excited to share. So I've got the actual physical products here in hand to show you up close and personal. Now, she shipped us 2 of her super cute, so fun to pop into your knitting bag, these stitch marker cases. Look at this cute little llama, and it's just one of these little slide metal boxes. Super adorable. It's like the size of a business card, so she sent us these. So it's basically like a sticker on top of a silver box, but they're original artwork, I do believe, and they're very sweet. Very, very sweet. So she also sent us one of the row counters. Now, we walked through this. So this is the medium. It's up to a US 8. Remember, so we looked on there, and they, depends on what size you want this little ring to be as to what size they fit, but you slide it up, and this one has a cute little teacup charm at the end, if you can barely see that. So that is super cute. And then last but not least, she also sent us 3 of her adorable little snag-free, hold on, let me get it out of the package, or out of the bubble wrap at least. Stitch markers are all the fun. Now, her stitch markers are unique in that they are on larger lobster clasps, which I can appreciate. Sometimes when you're working on a bigger yarn, a bulky yarn, a chunky yarn, those little tiny lobster clasps don't even go around the yarn. The yarn is thicker than the lobster clasp. So these lobster clasps are good, and my mama could tell me what size they are, because she is now speaking all the lobster clasps as she's making those beaded scissor bobs. She speaks all the millimeters of lobster clasps, but this is the larger variety. And there's a cute little clay rainbow, sweet little sweater knitter, and of course a ball of yarn and needles. Adorable. All right, friends, so I'm going to throw a couple of these into the grand prize, and then I'm going to throw the row counter is going to go with today's other business and be the daily giveaway for today. Today we only have the one daily giveaway. It's going to be a knitting, crochet, fiber arts type of prize. You're going to use the word family down in the comments below if you wanted to win that one. But it's a combo because both businesses are knitting. So let's go ahead and clip away. I'm going to clip away to the next business. The next business we have is an indie yarn dyer from Washington State. The name is Juni and Si. It is a lovely woman named Jean, and she is a hand dyer, has been crocheting or knitting for about 10 years. In 2021, she decided to try her hand at hand dyeing yarn and went down the rabbit hole, and the rest is history. Her daughter worked with her in the beginning of the business, and hence they decided to name the business after her 2 grandchildren, Juniper and Silas, Juni and Si. So that is super adorable. So let's clip away and we'll walk around some of her social media, and I'll come back and show you some of her yarn in person. Today's indie yarn dyer business's name is Juni and Si. It's a indie dyed yarn dyer from over in Washington State. The name of the dyer is Jean, and she is dyeing yarn in her basement of her home in Washington State. So the first thing we're going to do is check out her Instagram page. You can see it's Juni and Si, beautiful little Pacific mountain range in her logo, which is adorable. She is always on Instagram showing you what is happening in her dye shop. She's got gorgeous colors, lots of inspiration. She also shows you some of the a project knitted up or crocheted up using her yarns, which is always fun to see. Beautiful shawls for her to show you. She is just now started into the artisan market world, but she gives you lots of fun and behind the scenes. She is definitely a fun indie dyer to follow. One thing I like to show you is here's a picture of Jean in her dye shop working away. This was during the summer when it was 90 degrees at her house, but she was still down there getting the dyeing done. I love that. So where can you grab some of these Juni and Si yarns? She has an Etsy shop. So let's go ahead and hop over to her Etsy shop. And here you will see right now she's got 63 different yarns available for you to check out. So many different yummy colors. And the one thing that I noticed and that I love so much about her colorways, and we've talked about it before, but naming the colors is fantastic. And of course, I'm going to show you some of the beautiful yarns in person after this, but I do just want to show you some of these things here. So she names them beautifully. This is called Hurricane Season. Look at that beautiful color. Now she gives you the option, you drill down into it. This is a fingering weight yarn. She also has DK, I do believe, but they're all listed separately. So you can see this one's called Spring Again. It's a yarn small dyed batch, another fingering weight. She has One Hit Wonders. She does sock sets, speckles, mini skeins, as well as, let's check out the sale because I'm a sucker for a sale. So that just means I think it's just like an odds and ends. There's only 2 available left of that sock weight superwash. So check her out. So many different colors. What's this kit? That's another finger weight shawl kit. So I think that's to go with one of those patterns we saw on Instagram, which is great. She also does tonals. So rather than being, if you're not super colorful, that's okay. You get a little bit of variegation. It's kind of like the variegated floss of our world where everything is just a little bit of option. And within this, you get to choose your weight, whether you want worsted, fingering weight, or DK weight. When you're in the tonals, you get to choose your colorway. So this would be a perfect option if you wanted to just knit yourself a beautiful handmade sweater or a scarf all in one color. You're not into the crazy colors. Don't worry. Jean can help you get something. She also has these fun DK weights. So some of them are purple, raspberry, green, so many options, so many beautiful colors. I could spend hours just clicking and looking at all these gorgeous colors. But let's look at them in real life. I love so many things on this website. So when I found Miss Juni and Si, I immediately was drawn to the fact that all of her things are named after music songs. Love that. Groove is in the Heart. B-52s speaks to me in my 80s, 90s childhood. Loved it so much. So let's just dive right in. This is one of the ones. So when I was contacting her to see if she wanted to participate in the 12 Days of Stitchmas, she of course did, because she was just super excited to participate. She was going to send me 2 skeins of yarn, and I said, okay, so that's awesome. Can I add a couple? Can I add a couple for me, because I think I need a sweater in this colorway, Groove is in the Heart. So I was able to purchase 3 skeins of Groove is in the Heart, and let me just show it to you. All right, hold on. I'm not quite sure what is happening with the sun, but it is a gorgeous, there we go. That's the tealy color. Fantastic. So this is Groove is in the Heart, the fingering weight, 75% wool, 25 nylon, superwash, 3-ply, 462 yards. But I love it. I love the teal and then the pops of pink. If you know, you know. So I went ahead, while we're talking about Groove is in the Heart, it's my favorite. Well, there were too many, really, I'll be honest. I wanted to show. So I went ahead and I skeined one up, or I balled one up Took it from the skein. I got myself a ball winder. And so I've got that balled up. And I've decided, well, so then Miss Juni and Si sent this one. So this one's going to be the daily giveaway for today. Let's see. She packaged it super sweet, wrapped in tissue with one of her stickers on it. I saved it to open it with you. Okay. You're going to think this is hilarious. But I don't. I think we speak together. So this is, okay, the name of this one is Your Mom Misses the 80s. That is fantastic. So it is her fingering superwash. There is a full skein of 462 yards of this gorgeous pink, and then 93 yards. It's a mini skein of this multicolored one. That is such a fun colorway. So this is going to be today's giveaway. You're going to win this and today's enter the word family, everything you need. Okay, we shall see. All right, friends. So that is the 12 days of Stitchmas. Yay. Don't be sad. I'm sad, but don't be sad. So make sure you use your comment down below to enter into today's giveaway. It's a good one. And make sure you like the comment, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you fill in your crossword puzzle, send it to me in an email. I'm going to start getting those organized and see who the winners are. We're shooting to draw the winners around Christmas Day. So it just depends on my family commitments that I'll be doing on the 24th, the 25th, and the 26th as to exactly when I have time to sit down at my computer and film and pull all the winners for the videos. So just make sure that you are entered and ready to go by the morning of the 24th. That's just the safest bet, because if I have some time in the morning before the extravaganza starts, maybe I'll start pulling the winners and pulling the comments and all the things. So make sure that you have entered in your grand prize giveaway crossword puzzle to be entered into the grand prizes, as well as done the daily comments throughout the 12 days of Stitchmas to make sure that you are entered into the daily giveaways. Lots of giveaways. So I might start pulling anywhere from the morning of the 24th through the 26th. Once I get it all pulled, I'll edit that video and then share the winners with you. So it's coming eventually. Don't worry, you won't miss out. You've got plenty of time. We're only on December 12th, so you've got almost 2 weeks to catch up, watch all the videos. I know a lot of my friends, my Stitchy friends, are just waiting to watch them all 12 days at once, kind of like a marathon movie. I'm not quite sure I can watch a marathon movie of myself, but I don't have to. I hope that if you do, you enjoyed it and you got lots of enabling. I know that there's been lots of enabling, lots of supporting these small businesses. I've heard from so many of them that you guys are giving them so much love. Remember, lots of them gave us coupon codes, so always check in the description box of the particular video to see if there's a coupon code will give you an extra discount. I am also trying to tell you these things on Instagram. So when you go to Instagram, you could look at the individual posts. That should tell you, as well as up in the stories. It'll show you the stories, but obviously stories disappear in 24 hours. So down at the bottom, there's a highlights reel and stories where you can watch all the stories that have to do with the 12 days of Stitchmas are saved right in that highlight reel, which I know is a bunch of terminology that if you don't speak to speak, you're like, what the heck are you talking about? There's a little bubble in Instagram. I have it all the way to the left. It's got the little Stitchmas logo. You click on that bubble and it will show you all the stories that have been going on the last 12 days on Instagram, so you can see kind of like a running reel, but it's not a reel, it's a story. Anyway, a little running blurb of all the different companies and businesses and all the fun that we had here at Stitchmas. So I hope you had fun. I hope you, again, were enabled, supported a business or two for maybe a gift or maybe for you. Who knows? And that's all I've got, friends. I am sad to go, but I hope you had fun. I surely did. Of course, I am already planning for next year. We shall see. Maybe a Jolly July, too. I know I promised that year before. We'll definitely be back for Stitchmas, Flossmas, Vlogmas, giveaways, all the things next year. Don't know what, who, when, why, how, but stick around with me here on YouTube and FlossTube and all the things. And of course, I'll give you all the updates. So that is all, friends. I hope you and your family have a wonderful holiday season, whatever holiday you celebrate. And I will see you soon. Happy Stitchmas.